Whatever back going.
Just in time for Thanksgiving so we can be thankful for something.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. As you see, we did not get snow. Yanko, did we get snow? He's all about it. Yeah, we got rain, but no snow. And we're sitting here. We got the combine over there. We got some belts to put on and we got the O-rings. The O-rings is what I really think is the issue. The belts I'm just doing more as a precautious. Probably could have made it through the year, but I already got them off because we're trying to figure out that noise. And I'm thinking it's this. If it's not this, back to the drawing board. But alrighty, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We got a little bit of work to do probably Thanksgiving, but we'll probably, hang out, go eat some food, and go from there. So appreciate you guys watching along. Let's jump into the combine and see what we got. First things first, we got our wrenches in there. Pop this cover off. So there is, based off of that, I don't really know. We're gonna find out. There's O-rings in there, and we stopped previously and grabbed both of them. I'm thinking one has a split and it blew out or something like that. But let's get that apart, then we can fire it up and see. Take the boot off, loosen the bolts on the back side that actually spin it. So they're the hold down bolts, so that this orientation of the outlet of the turbo can go any way. So, and then let's pry that up. I do not want to break these bolts off in the turbo or in the manifold. So I guess we're gonna take this off. It won't slide up enough to actually get it popped out. Or maybe if we just loosen it a little, that will fall out of the way. Let's try that, the aftercooler. I'm really hoping that this is it, because this was a pain to do. Turbo looks good. But got the whole front housing out. Yeah, that's it. It blew it out. Right there. There's just a little bit there. I take it, it boosts up, and then it has that issue. So what I had to do was loosen the 6 bolts on the aftercooler, and that gave me enough room to pull out. I did try to take the turbo right off, but I didn't feel like dealing with broken bolts today. But I knew when we put it together, well, I wanted it together. That was the issue. But here we are fighting it. So, give you guys some content. Different things to fix. I know I bought a piece of junk combine. I'm kidding. This thing's we're working through it. It's gonna be a unit by the time we're done. I got both sides of them, so. Oh, that was close to being on its way out too. That just split. Huh. Didn't expect that at all. Alrighty. Let me clean it up. Reassemble. So it was fighting me, but that makes me feel a lot better that it looks that bad. And I'm learning. So at the end of the day, that's what, every day you learn something. The day you don't, you're not living. But, alrighty. So we were underpowered, which makes sense. I couldn't push the machine as far. Somebody did say check the relief valves on. the forward reverse. I got to do some digging this morning. Me and Larry sat there for a while looking at stuff, talking. All right, you guys are probably right on some of that. Well, the gentleman who said that. Whew, that's got a lot more to her. So, shout out to United for having the goods we needed last night. Oh yeah, they're a lot stiffer to go back together. Did put a little bit of lubrication on them. Might have to lube them up some more. Nope, there we go. One's on. Sneak it back together without turbo damaging the turbine, which that looks good. Bolts on the turbo that hold it in. Bingo. Yeah, it would have been easier to do this the first time, but you know, what else would we do on a slow rainy day? I'm just kidding, there's a lot of things to do. Some of you guys don't have a sense of humor, and it shows in the comments. But gives us time to check everything over again too. Put some eyes on it. And somebody did ask about the torque. I forget what these ones are torqued. Manifold bolts are 16 foot-pounds. Yes, and those were torqued. These are a little harder to hit a torque wrench. I know there's specialty tools and this and that for them. But we're working with what we got, and it's some days we're okay and some days we are where we are. Well, I just got the numbers back from the place that took the corn, and trying to figure out what that is. It's extremely foggy now, which Larry did tell me it was going to get foggy, but there's the roadway there. Something's coming up the road. I can't see what it is. It sounds like a tractor. It's definitely a tractor. I don't know. So everybody's all worked up when I did the moisture testing, and I figured that stuff was right between 21.5 and 23, and that tractor trailer load came back at 22.68 as an average for all the samples. So we're right on. I know everybody, oh, you gotta screw the cap all the way down. Well, when it's full, you screw the cap and it stops. So you screw it till it's hard. Well, alrighty, right on. Did calibrate it against Lute's machine when we were there. So 22.8 or 22.68 as an average really ain't that bad compared to, we sent a load and somebody said I was lying. I wrote in the comments, we sent a load out of the field to the left here, and that was 28.4 at the mill. And that was 11 days before we sent that load. So we've actually dropped 28, I think it was 28.4. We've dropped 6 points, almost 6 points of moisture, 6%. So that is that's a better feeling. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get all the rest of this off. Like I said, we're gonna have some wet corn in 2 fields. Send it, get it done here, but the rest of it should be right about that. That makes me feel good. Just FYI, make sure those bottom bolts that hold the turbo housing on get put in before you get it real snug and in the hole, because you can't get to them because the oil feed line or the drain line. So just for anybody who's doing this, because of 466, well, in the different application, it's, yeah, it's different based on application, everything else like that. But yeah, I already had a bunch of people hit me up and say, you blew the turbo up already? And James Galicia actually has a turbo, and he sent it before he realized what I was actually doing. Yeah. I think most of this was self-inflicted as far as that gasket. Well, if we had switched it when we had the turbo out, or the manifold and everything off, we wouldn't be doing this. And I never even thought about it. So I threw the old one back in, and clearly the old one was at the end of its life expectancy, and I didn't even realize it. But ain't the end of the world. You live and learn, and you keep going. Okay. So there's just little hold down straps that go around them. These bad boys. And we just got 2 straps and 4 bolts left to do. And then most of the challenging work is done, other than putting all the belts on. So I should have trusted my gut but I didn't have this, so I wanted to make sure. Because previously I said, I think it's this. And sure enough, here we are. Back together. Everything is tight. Let me make sure those drains are tight, because that would be awkward if we started it up and everything decided to come out through the bottom. Okay. Yeah, moment of truth. Does it work or not? That is annoying me. It went away. Yeah, you can't hear as much stuff, but it's definitely not there. Today is not really going that well. We are narrowing some things down. Like switching that O-ring was good. We got to do the belt still, but that's actually hot usually. When it has play like that, it makes a bad noise. Yes, the turbo housing or the exhaust housing, it's got like a little groove in it. I think from being that loose and slopping around. When we turn it around, it does not have play. And I get there's supposed to be some expansion and it's supposed to build up with carbon, this, that. But that noise is absolutely annoying. And the other one, when we took it out, we didn't have that issue. So yeah, we probably got rid of that carbon. But in the meantime, I'm not going to listen to that howl the whole time. So I do have the old piece. We put it in. It was doing that noise. So what we got to do is pop those bolts back off. And is it raining now? We'll pop these back off and probably figure out how to machine that down a little bit so that we do not have that noise for the meantime. Because that noise, honestly, you guys are dirty. I don't know if you guys see how much dirt is on that GoPro camera cover. But having that noise in the cab, I have edited it out some in the videos. We're getting a little better at editing video, you know. It's, by the time I'm done loading a truck, my head hurts from listening to it. So, and I'd rather not ride around. We got quite a bit of harvest left to do. It will be good when we get home, but we have quite a bit of harvest left to do. So how this works is one side has the inner diameter is bigger. This one's bigger. Slides in there well. And what I'm thinking is The turbo housing has enough wear on it that when it's in, it's not as tight as it should be. This side has a smaller inner diameter, which just butts right up to the turbine itself. They both fit because the outer diameters are the same, but that is how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go this way, and I know somebody already complained about making it so it can slide up against it, but it's either that or I buy a turbine housing because of wear inside of it because it moves so much and it didn't build up, or I leave it and get a headache. I think the best alternative is notch this so that it can slide back and forth, so then we can make it tight. And then once it does build up, or we'll get a new exhaust manifold housing, because these you can get. These you can get too, but right now it's like out here. So it's just wiggling around, making all sorts of noise. Or we get a piece and we put it on the outside and we get it closer, but we're going to have to do a bunch of guessing on that. Where are we going to find some material like this? Well, a washer or anything of that size. Decisions. Here's the old style. So all the same. Yep. What I'm going to start off with, Larry's here and do some hunting, is cut one of these ends off. Maybe that will be, I think it's going to be too much, but maybe we can grind it down. So we'll cut one end off and then have that as a spacer. I'll bring grinder and everything else and see if we can fix this so we don't have that noise for the rest of the harvest. So I cut the ends off of that pipe. I'm going to see if they'll fit down in there and close up the gap somewhat. A lot better than it was. If not, we'll bring in the grinder, some cutting wheels, some grinding wheels, some safety glasses, and we'll go back there. Weather sort of went back to foggy and gloomy, but Isaiah's over here now. He actually came to my place. Made tacos last night, so he ate some tacos, and we are back here now, and Yanko's pumped to see Isaiah. And I got the service, well, Isaiah's service truck over here, so if I need a spare thing, hopefully we have everything. I gotta do the other side. Is it a holiday?
You don't know nothing about working on Thanksgiving Eve, do you? Proud sponsor of the channel. Alright. And we're using our magnet. A lot of people forget about that feature on an Olight. Trying to get this piece to fit in here, and it's kind of hard to get it back out, so we're using our magnet to pull it back out for fine-tuning our fitment here.
Yeah.
Machine shop.
Machine shop out here.
Yeah. We'll have her back going.
Just in time for Thanksgiving, so we can be thankful for something.
Yep, today is Thanksgiving Eve. Chris is slave driving me.
Dude, I'll buy you a ice cold beverage once we're done. Ice cold.
No, we can't drink until the work's done.
Once we're done.
Once we're done.
Yeah. Robert's probably on the way with juice boxes right now. We're getting
close.
That's a lot closer. A little bit more off. We'll be good. Where is Robert with our juice boxes?
Should be coming. I need field support.
Jeep support.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I got a rock on it too and everything. When we said precision, we meant precision. Jose is down there perfectly fitting it. We even got Robert.
Big combine mechanic.
Yeah, showed up in his own Jeep. How was the town today?
It was good.
Good safe day of road work?
Yeah.
Dude, how come the county was coal patching today?
So they can tear it up tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. How are we looking? Closer? Better? We just need a little bit.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
That's tomorrow's video, bud.
This video's gonna be out tomorrow.
No. Okay, we got that in now. It's a little snug. I know somebody's gonna complain, but we need an exhaust housing, right, Brad?
Yes.
Brad shows up, he's right. Things are fixed. Yes. Things are fixed, so. All right, I'm gonna fire it up. If that's good, we're gonna throw belts on, and then Brad's taking us out partying. Just a bunch of hood rats, right?
For NA drinks.
Brad's All-Light is brighter than the Milwaukee, by the way.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Still has a noise. Well, our little Jimmy didn't work because it blows by in a certain little spot. So Brad has the solution though. Exhaust paste.
Or turbo housing. Exhaust based.
Exhaust paste. For right now. That's a winter project. We're not getting a turbo housing by Friday. It's a holiday.
I probably have one.
James Galusha told me he has a whole turbo. Brand new. So, James, we might hit you up. But, alrighty, let's throw the belts on and call it that good now that we know we're closer than we were. So, when it was running, Brad said he could actually spin that around, so it's got a little bit of play and whatnot. But at the end of the day, we got to seal this up a little bit more, and then we will get an exhaust housing. But I have a feeling we're going to break the bolts out of that, and that's a winter project, right?
Yeah, winter project.
Winter project. So we'll get through, and then we'll make it right. But that's where the noise is coming out of it, which gets annoying. Probably should have just cut the other side, ruin that housing. But alrighty, we're gonna throw some belts on quick and get out of here. Well, we got it back together. Got belts on. We need a tensioner, but bungee cord? Bungee cord. Nah, we'll get something figured out. We gotta mess with this. Gotta put all this stuff away, and we'll get back after it at some point here. Clearly the day did not go according to plan. We still got a noise. We narrowed it down. A bunch of people did say, oh, it's the exhaust. So we tried to jerry-rig it and make it work. You'll see on the next video. But as you all know, because you watched previously, you watched the Black Friday update. We combined. We were loading trucks, everything else like that. Yesterday did not go, well, it went pretty good till about the last 4 minutes of the day. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that and see what went on. But appreciate you guys watching along. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And we're going to keep pushing through. So see you on the next one. Have a good one.